Hello, welcome back to my playthrough of the Mansions of Madness and the Escape from Innsmouth. We're at episode 12, I guess, and we're gonna start off with William Yorick. Let him go. William picked up the key last turn, and we'll have a move inside the house again. Show you. Oh, there you go. William's first action is going to be move, and he's gonna move 1, 2 into the bathroom, where we're gonna let him discard 1 horror and become focused, then discard. So we're gonna discard hallucinations. And he will be focused. That is great. And that concludes William's turn. Now Minh. Minh sees this old boat here, and we'll check out the clue. And let's go to the app and let's see what it tells us what it is. Here we are in the app, and we press. An old rowboat sits on the beach. It will not be enough to escape in, though, but it might get you to the fishing boat in the bay. Whoa, yeah, let's search it. You brush sand and dirt from the boat to check its condition, and we have to do an observation roll. And let's go to Minh then and let her do that. And here's the app. We tell it that we got 3 successes. You remove an old fishing net from the bottom of the boat and discover a gaping hole in the boat's hull. Typical. You would be surprised if it floats at all. But you do find something else of use. Gain the kerosene lantern common item. Kerosene. Well, it's flammable, ain't it? It's a kerosene lantern. Light source. You may discard to convert all magnifying glass to successes while attacking unarmed. Wow. Okay. Goes to me. Cool. And let's go back to Minh and see what her next action will be. Minh's next action will be a move. And she moves after William. She's now inside the moldy shack. Yep, that concludes our investigator's action phase. And let's go to the app and tell it that. And we press end investigator phase. And the fire spreads out of control. Place fire in a space adjacent to a space containing fire. So let's do that. Let's go to the fire and see. Here's the alley and it's still burning, which is no good news. Place another fire in this corner. So now the entire alley is on fire. Have to consider maybe putting this out soon. Let's go to the app and tell it that the fire has spread. And here's the app again. We press fire spreads. Minh Thi Phan's limbs are wrenched into impossible angles by an invisible force. Minh suffers 4 damage. Strength +1 negates. Wow, that has to hurt very much. Well, let's go to Minh and see how she fares. Here we are with Minh. She suffers a horrible damage, and she has to negate it with strength. She has 3 dice. 3 in strength, yes, 3 dice +1. 4 damage. It's crazy. Well, she gets 2 successes, and let's take those out. Minh can reroll 1. You or another investigator, yeah. Golden. 3 successes. So she will suffer 1 damage. And that's face up, mind you. Minor injury, only a flesh wound. Resolve immediately, no additional effect. Get this card face down. Luckily for us, most cards is like that, but also some aren't. Let's go to the app and tell it to continue. Here we are in the app, and we press continue. Now, having circled the building, the mob smashes the windows of the hotel and throws a torch inside in an attempt to smoke you out. Place the torch common item as indicated. Here's the torch. Heavy. Weapon, light source. When an investigator drops this card, place fire in this space. Ooh, oops. Oop. Fire from the torch, of course, spreads quickly, and soon the hotel is ablaze. Place fire as indicated. Whoa! I think we're gonna burn up. And the mob, Innsmouth mob, moves 2 spaces toward the alley corner. And as usually, the mob of angry locals drags with them anyone that gets in their way. Each investigator who shares the space with the Innsmouth mob during this movement suffers 1 fatal damage, becomes stunned, and moves to the Innsmouth mob space. There are none. And attacks, there are none. Now the maniac moves 2 spaces toward the nearest investigator, then it attacks the investigator in its space with the lowest strength. Now we have to go to the board. This will be interesting. Here we are in the board, and the reason for this to be so interesting is because the maniac moves toward the nearest investigator, which are, I'll show you, William in the bathroom. And to reach William, he has to go through fire, and he will move into the fire, and he will then suffer 1 damage. So we'll add that in the app, and he will also move into the hotel room. Ha! Take that, you maniac. Let's go to the app and tell it what happened. Here's the app. We will give the maniac 1 damage and tell it there's no investigators in the space. Horror check. Each investigator must resolve a horror check against the monster within range with the highest horror rating. After all horror checks have been resolved, tap the end phase button to continue. Well, there are none in range of the monsters, and that concludes this turn. So we press end the mythos phase, and next turn will be right up. Thank you for watching, and I'll be right back with episode 13, which I undoubtedly think it will be a bit more action filled. We have to get rid of this maniac, and we have to start stopping the fire spreading, and yep, we'll see next episode. Thank you for watching again, and I'll be seeing you. Bye.